Big news from Quebec that could impact your move to Canada. Starting September 3rd, the province is suspending the processing of labor market impact assessments, LMIAs, for certain low-wage jobs in Montreal. This decision could significantly affect those of you planning to work in Quebec. What does this mean for your Canadian dream, and how will it impact the job market? Stick around as we unpack all the details and explain what this suspension could mean for you. Welcome to Moving to Canada, where we bring you the latest updates and crucial information on living, working, and immigrating to Canada. In today's video, we'll explore the recent announcement by Quebec to temporarily halt the processing of LMIAs for jobs in Montreal that offer wages below $27.47 CAD per hour. We'll dive into why this decision was made, what it means for employers and workers, and how it fits into the broader changes in Canadian immigration policies. Be sure to check the description for links to free resources and guides that can help you navigate this new landscape. And if you find this content valuable, don't forget to subscribe to stay informed about the latest developments in Canadian immigration. So let's start by understanding the significance of this LMIA suspension. If you're unfamiliar, an LMIA is a document that employers in Canada need to obtain before hiring a foreign worker. It's designed to show that there is a need for a foreign worker to fill the job and that no Canadian worker is available to do so. This suspension means that for the next 6 months, Quebec will not be processing LMIAs for job offers in Montreal that pay below the province's median hourly wage of $27.47 CAD. But why has Quebec taken such a step? The provincial government, led by Premier François Legault and Immigration Minister Christine Fréchette, aims to control the number of temporary residents in Quebec. They're particularly focused on ensuring that the Temporary Foreign Worker Program, TFWP, isn't being exploited in ways that could harm the local job market. By suspending these LMIA applications, Quebec is trying to ensure that local workers aren't being overlooked in favor of cheaper foreign labor, and that wages aren't being artificially depressed by an oversupply of low-wage workers. However, this suspension isn't a blanket policy that affects all jobs. It specifically targets positions in the Montreal region, which includes a wide array of municipalities like Côte-Saint-Luc, Mount Royal, Pointe-Claire, and Westmount, among others. Jobs that offer wages above $27.47 CAD per hour, as well as those in essential sectors such as agriculture, construction, food processing, education, and health services, are exempt from this suspension. Additionally, if your employer has already submitted an LMIA application before September 3, 2024, you won't be affected by this change. This policy shift is part of a broader effort by Quebec and the Canadian federal government to maintain the integrity of the TFWP. There's been growing concern that the program, especially its low-wage stream, could be used in ways that aren't in the best interest of Canadian workers. Recent remarks from Canada's Minister of Employment, Randy Boissonnault, highlighted these concerns. He's pointed out the risks of employers relying too heavily on low-wage foreign workers, which could potentially push down wages for everyone and make it harder for Canadians to find jobs in certain industries. By making it more difficult to hire low-wage foreign workers in Montreal, Quebec hopes to encourage employers to invest more in local talent. This could lead to higher wages and better job opportunities for Canadian workers, which is a positive outcome for the local economy. However, for foreign workers and employers who rely on the TFWP, this suspension could create significant challenges, at least in the short term. But what does this mean for you if you're planning to move to Canada and work in Quebec? If you're eyeing a job in Montreal, especially in sectors not exempt from this suspension, it might be time to rethink your strategy. You could look at other regions in Quebec where the suspension doesn't apply, or consider positions that offer higher wages. Alternatively, you could explore opportunities in sectors that are still welcoming foreign workers, such as agriculture or health services. It's also important to remember that this suspension is temporary, set to last for 6 months. However, depending on its impact and the broader economic conditions, there's always a possibility that the suspension could be extended or that similar measures could be implemented in other regions. That's why staying informed and adaptable is key to successfully navigating your move to Canada. In the larger context, this move by Quebec is part of a nationwide conversation about the future of temporary immigration in Canada. Earlier this year, the federal government introduced new measures to cap the number of study permits issued to international students, and there's ongoing discussion about changes to the post-graduation work permit program. All of these changes suggest that Canada is reevaluating how it manages temporary residents and ensuring that these programs serve the best interests of the country and its workforce. So what should you do next? First, keep yourself updated on the latest immigration policies and labor market conditions in Canada. The situation can change quickly, and being aware of the current rules and exemptions is crucial. Second, consider broadening your job search to include other regions or higher wage positions that won't be affected by this LMIA suspension. And finally, explore alternative pathways to permanent residence in Canada, especially if you're already a temporary resident. We hope this information has helped you better understand the recent changes in Quebec's LMIA processing and how it might affect your plans to work in Canada. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching.